Hey there everyone, welcome back to Press for Truth TV. Today is Thursday, March the 8th, 2012, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about this Kony 2012 phenomenon that is currently spreading all over the internet. If you haven't heard about this yet, no doubt you most likely will hear about it very soon. This is in relation to a YouTube video that surfaced 3 days ago. That is called Kony 2012, and in the 3 days that it's been online, I checked this morning and it has an astonishing 36 million views already. It's completely going viral and just spreading like wildfire. And what it is it's a half-an-hour short documentary film made by a company called Invisible Children, in which they follow the story of a young man named Jacob in Africa who has suffered at the hands of this private militia army called the LRA, which stands for the Lord's Resistance Army, which is led by a man named Joseph Kony. And so the film basically documents some of the atrocities that are going on there, because the way that this man, Joseph Kony, would recruit soldiers into his army is by kidnapping children and making them do horrible things like kill their parents and training them to be violent soldiers. So the film seeks to raise awareness about this fact, but there's a lot of things to this that I wanted to bring to your attention today, just because there's so many people just jumping on the bandwagon right now and getting behind this without actually doing any research into who's behind this and what is it really all about. And first of all, the company behind this, Invisible Children, is a public company, so their financial records can be found online, and people have noticed that in the years that they've been doing this, nearly 9 years now, have been working on this, they've collected millions and millions of dollars in donations, and it turns out only around 30% of that donated money actually goes to helping out any of the children in Africa. The other large portion of these funds, 70%, goes towards paying the organizers, their production costs, their travel costs. It goes back into funding more videos and films, production costs, editing, graphics, music, all that stuff costs a lot of money. And and they will say, that's because it's all about the stated goal of the film is to make Joseph Kony famous, not to celebrate him, but to condemn him and eventually have him arrested. Now, so first of all, there's that. So there's a few red flags going off in my mind there a little bit about, okay, well, not exactly sure how genuine these guys are just yet. But then there's the issue of the fact that what they're calling for is an all-out military invasion, U.S.-backed military intervention in Africa. And, military invasion of foreign countries is very, very serious business. And you always have to ask yourself, key bono, who benefits from this? Is it going to be the children who have been abducted under this man, Joseph Kony, or is it going to be the military-industrial complex, which for years have been wanting to intervene and invade Africa? Obviously, you can't just preemptively go in there. You need to get the West behind your your reasons for military intervention. And so when I see all these big Hollywood celebrities now getting behind this, like P. Diddy and Rihanna and Bieber, and it goes on, who are putting on their Twitter accounts to stop this Joseph Kony. So many people are jumping on the bandwagon and getting behind this. Millions and millions of people are getting behind this without actually knowing much about the organization, without actually knowing that the military-industrial complex has a stated goal of going in there. I mean, groups like the Bilderberg Group, the Trilateral Commission, Council on Foreign Relations, in their own stated agendas in the last few decades, they've stated that they are trying to build an African Union, as well as they got their European Union, then they're working on a North American Union and an African Union. So this has been the stated goals for decades now, and so I got to wonder about the timing of this. People have known about this man and the LRA and some of the things that he's been doing down there for over 20 years now. So it's interesting that this viral marketing campaign would pop up in the last few days, and the whole world is jumping on the bandwagon and getting behind it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, I mean, on the surface, it is a good cause. Yes, we need to stop people like that. It's just, I would think twice before donating your money to this particular organization, and just be careful about getting on the bandwagon and following these trends because celebrities are getting behind it. It'd be nice if the celebrities would get behind a Bilderberg 2012 campaign, or what about a Rothschild 2012 campaign? That would actually, affect change and make the world a better place. I mean, this man, Joseph Kony, no doubt has been doing some very bad things, but he's a saint compared to the Rothschilds, okay? This, they've funded both sides of every war. They've completely pillaged and bankrupt nations all around the world, setting up their central banks. These guys are a major part of the problem. So it would be nice if we could see a campaign against that. But anyways, guys, I guess what I'm trying to say today is just we have to be careful about just blindly following this cause. When you watch the film, it's very slick, very high production value, and it really tugs at those emotional heartstrings and asks you to donate your money to this cause, and people are going to do that because they've been emotionally affected. And I just feel it's potentially dangerous because the military-industrial complex wants to get in there and set up their bases in Africa. They have been for quite some time now, and it looks like this situation with Joseph Kony could provide the perfect opportunity to invade. And of course you'd have the West behind it, because they would say, well, don't you want us to stop this madman? And if you say they shouldn't invade, people will say, whoa, are you for children being in an army? So it's hard to speak out against it. But again, I guess I'm just trying to say we just need to be careful. We need to make sure that these people are genuine before we all get on this bandwagon and get behind this thing like so many millions and millions of people are doing right now. And we have to be aware that it is the military-industrial complex who most likely will benefit most from this. So that's it for today, guys. Just some food for thought. This is very viral right now. Everybody's talking about it all over the internet, and these are just some of the thoughts I've had about it. I've been thinking about this last night and today, so just wanted to share that with you. And that's it for today, and I will see you right back here tomorrow. Okay, take care, guys. See ya.